ask. But
Thanks, Google.
yeah, I'm expecting it. It's meant to be hard tomorrow, and I'm fully expecting my friend to just wake up and go, "The gates of hell have opened."
Yeah, there was someone drew a link between the announcement of our new Prime Minister and the fact that the Earth is
Hotter now.
edging closer to the temperatures reached in the pit of hell. But, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense because, jeez, it's not been a good day.
No, it has not. But, oh well.
But then I got to come home and watch a film, so that's not bad.
Yeah, a proper British film. So here we go. As you can tell from the title, this has come as no surprise to you. It's Danny Boyle. Oh, Danny Boyle. I picked that up from Mark Kermode. Every time he says Danny Boyle, he has to sing Danny Boyle to the tune of Danny Boyle.
I mean, it would be better if you didn't.
Okay, yeah. Let's start with Danny Boyle then. I think we've both probably seen a fair few of his films, so let's just quickly run down the list. Shallow Grave, you've seen.
Yes, twice apparently.
Yeah, we realised like halfway through. Oh shit!
I realised when I saw the front door of the flat, and I was like, "Oh, I've fucking seen this before."
I realised that when the final shot came up of the film, I realised that is the only part of the film I had previously seen and had since forgotten. So it was still quite a nice one. Okay, so Shallow Grave, we know we've seen. Trainspotting, I know you've seen that because I watched it with you.
Yeah, got the quote on my wall and everything.
Yeah. A Life Less Ordinary. I don't know what that is.
It's another Ewan McGregor one.
Okay, and then The Beach, which is the Leonardo DiCaprio one, which is... did I say on the podcast last time? That's why they fell out?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Have you seen The Beach?
Nope.
No, neither have I. 28 Days Later.
Yes.
Absolutely fantastic. Love it. Millions.
No.
I've not seen that either. Sunshine.
Maybe.
I've seen The Sunshine. I don't remember a lot about it, but...
Space Station Sun.
Yeah, they're going to detonate a nuke to reactivate the sun. Is that it? Is that right?
Scientifically plausible.
I'm sure. Just like in The Core, when they go down to the core of the planet to set off a nuke to reactivate the core. It just seems like if you want to switch something, back on, you just throw a nuke at it. Slumdog Millionaire.
That would work. I haven't actually seen that.
I guess no. Oh, Slumdog's really, really good. Very, very good. Didn't it get? I think it got the best picture, and he got best director and best adapted screenplay.
I mean, surely he got some awards for Trainspotting.
He didn't actually. I don't think.
Not even from a junkie.
I think it got like BAFTAs. I think. But
that's better than Oscars.
Critical Reception Awards. Here we go. Nominated for 2 British Academy Film Awards, and John Hodge won for best adapted screenplay. Film on the Golden Space Needle. Needle. The Seattle International Film Festival.
Is that literally just a junkie film, like award show? You had a junkie in your film. Here's an award.
Here's a needle. Well, don't give him that. Oh, he's back on the smack. Ewan McGregor was named Best Actor from the London Film Critics Circle, BAFTA Scotland Awards, and Empire Magazine. Hodge was also nominated for an Academy Award for Best Adapted. I can't say that phrase. Best Adapted Screenplay, but lost to Billy Bob Thornton. So it didn't actually get BAFTAs. It's mad, isn't it? Because that's like, when you think of British films, that's one of the top ones you come out with, isn't it?
Yeah, I think if you think of any film that has probably like the perfect thematic soundtrack, Trainspotting's up there.
Yeah.
And that fucking The True's Life, that fucking speech.
What an opening. Then they did a short called Alien Love Triangle. I've not seen it.
Nope.
127 Hours.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a very good film. I really like that.
Yeah, I was disappointed that the hand cutting wasn't more graphic.
I thought it was pretty graphic.
Yeah, but more.
It's pretty, but okay. Yeah,
I wanted James Franco to be at the award show and be like, lost my fucking hand.
I'm a method actor, don't you know? Trance, which was about
a
heist.
So.
It's a heist to do with a painting, I believe. McAvoy's in it. Vincent Cassel, who I love.
No, I feel like I should have seen it. but
Yeah, we should give it a watch. Steve Jobs.
no.
I've not seen that either. T2 Trainspotting. I know you've seen that.
Yeah, I went to the cinema.
Brilliant.
My
That
parents
was
were trying to
the-
convince someone next to us that it was a documentary.
That was the fourth film I watched this year. And yesterday, which has only just come out. So, have you seen yesterday?
No.
No, I haven't either. Sounds alright though. I'd quite like to give it a go, but I might wait.
Yeah, well, I mean, the first time I saw the trailer, I spent half of it going, where do I fucking recognise that guy from?
EastEnders?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
But then
Tampa,
the thing is, I only said it out loud when Ed Sheeran was on the screen, so which is like, that's Ed Sheeran. Like, fucking, I know that's Ed Sheeran.
Okay, so his first film, Shallow Grave. Here we are then. What's Shallow Grave all about? I'm throwing to you. Fill in the gap.
It's basically about people who...
Dig a shallow grave.
Yeah, but the thing, it starts off, they don't even commit... Well, the thing is, I love the part where they're interviewing potential housemates.
There's quite a few recognisable people in that bit. I think there's one of the guys from the Full Monty appears in that bit, and the guy who plays Billy Elliot's dad in Billy Elliot, isn't it? And I cannot remember his name, and it is killing me. So I'm just going to quickly.
Oh, that's a Google I can hear.
Billy Elliot's dad, Gary Lewis. Yeah, he's been in loads of British stuff. He's very, very good. He's amazing in Billy Elliot.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think I just love the fact that they're just asking such weird questions, and they're all such different. It gives you a really good insight into the different characters' personalities.
Yeah.
But then it also shows you that they're all still friends. For now.
But they're all dickheads. That's the thing, is you wouldn't want to live with them anyway, because they're so anarchic and strange and weird that I don't think you'd want to live there.
Yeah, but I'd see. I'd rather live with Ewan McGregor in this film than in Trainspotting.
That's very true.
Because in this, he's just a bit boozy, and he lives in Scotland, so it's fine.
He does drink iron brew at one point though, so that's alright.
Yeah, when he's hungover, because it's a hangover cure.
Yeah, so they're interviewing the people. They find Keith Allen, and they think, yeah, this guy will do. And then he
Yeah.
fucking dies.
Yeah, and then Ewan McGregor finds a needle, which he'll save for later use.
Along with a baby, which, you know, that might pop up again later.
You know,
Weird,
all he
creepy doll.
needed to find was like some clippers to like be able to, like, I should have a buzz cut.
I'll probably lose a bunch of weight, so I look proper skinny.
Yeah.
Sorry if you can hear some background noise there, because there's some very loud hooligans on motorcycles, and I have to keep the window open, because if I don't, I will melt.
I'm okay with that. But yeah, I think it's because normally in like you'd expect them to have committed the murder, but they just find him.
Yeah, complete coincidence. Well,
Yeah, and
He dies
Hugo's
of a,
Keith Allen, isn't it? That's Lily Allen's dad.
and Alfie Allen's dad.
Yeah,
And you get to see his peep, which is odd.
yeah. Which is weird because you only see Alfie Allen's once it's detached in Game of Thrones.
Okay. Oh yeah. Crucially,
It's dead.
Hugo, he's dead, but he has a suitcase which is full of dollar bills.
Actually, I think they're pound notes.
Okay. I was trying to appeal to the youth audience.
But the thing, I can't tell if they're Scottish money or fake money.
I thought they were Scottish pound notes, but I could be wrong. I probably am. I'm not very good at recognising money, because I never see any.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah,
So-
I mean, it doesn't matter to the film. I couldn't tell.
So they agree, right, we're going to keep the money, let's dispose of the body, hang on to the money, and everything will be fine. So they draw sticks in the woods, don't they, about who's going to cut off his hands and feet and take out his teeth to prevent anyone being able to identify him. And it's David, who's Christopher Eccleston. who-
Yeah, I love that they draw
Cut
straws for it. That was... I mean, like... Someone was going to draw the short straw.
literally.
Because they're all arguing all the way through, like when they're like in like I guess home base or B&Q or something.
Yeah.
Just talking quite loudly about dismembering a body.
Yeah, they really couldn't make it more obvious about what they were doing.
Yeah. Because I think at one point David just goes, "Well, I'm not cutting off his feet," and it's like, mate, think about where you are. If you're gonna be a serial killer,
be discreet, right? So yeah, they chop him up. Juliet gets rid of the hands and feet because she works in the hospital, so she goes to the incinerator, just wanders through and gets rid of it. So, and then it's their flat gets broken into by the two chaps who are looking for Hugo. Do you notice one of them is Peter Mullen, our friend from Tyrannosaur, and he's Mother Superior in Trainspotting.
Oh yeah, bit younger looking.
Well, they all are quite. I was amazed how young Ewan McGregor looked.
But the thing is, I don't think he looks that much older now.
No, not like hugely, but yeah, he definitely looks younger, doesn't he?
Well, that's the thing. He looks older in this than he does in episode 1.
That's very true. But not episode 2, and I should know because I've seen it lots of times.
Oh, I mean, you've got, I don't know, what, 7 copies to choose from?
I think it's 6, actually. I don't think we're quite at 7 yet. Pretty sure it's 6.
Be right back, just ordering something on Amazon.
Yes, so these two chaps who, clearly
they break into a flat downstairs, don't they?
Yeah, I guess they don't know which. They just, it's implied that they sort of find out where Hugo was, but
yeah, because there's a couple of scenes of them just like interrogating other people.
That's horrendous, isn't it? The bit where they're drowning the guy in the bar. That was really horrible.
I think the freezer one would be worse. I mean, not today.
Yeah, no, that is
not today.
Yeah, today
but any other day.
Pop me in there, no problem.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Come on, get out!" No, I'm staying here.
So then that brings the police round, doesn't it? And that's the point where they have the interview, and Alex says, "Oh no, there's only 3 of us here." But I think do you think he forgets that like Hugo would have been registered as living there at some point in some form?
I don't know, because I feel like their flat share's a bit off the books. Like, this is pre-spare room.
That's right.
I mean, it's almost pre-internet, but
It basically was. Like, it's pre-domestic internet, surely.
yeah.
What year was this? 1994. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, maybe just getting into it then.
But no, I think... Because I think before that, that's when David... Like, they have that, like, Julie and Alex have that big fucking spending spree.
Yeah.
Where somehow at the end of it, Ewan McGregor is in a dress.
Yeah, that sort of skated over, isn't it? But, never mind. If he wants to wear a dress, fella can wear a dress.
Yeah. I fucking sued him. Look good,
Yeah.
innit?
Look better than I would do in a dress.
I mean, there's still time to find out before the wedding, mate.
Yeah, you've not seen my suit, so...
It's like that. Are you in a kilt too?
The while,
Yeah, because David has his like little breakdown. He's like, "You don't know how much this might have cost us. I'm gonna go live in the attic."
Yeah, that's really weird. That he's just like, right, that's it. I'm gonna live up here. Does he take the money up with him at that point?
Yeah, because it's like you're sort of like, oh, he's just gonna go hide it, and then he never comes back downstairs.
Yeah, that was very weird. And they start drilling the holes.
Yeah, I think the drilling the holes thing, that was the creepy bit, was the holes.
Yeah.
And then I think a bit later on, like after the police interview and stuff, there's just a couple of scenes of where you only see Alex and Juliet from holes in the ceiling.
Yeah, they're like
but in between them, you see him like scuttling around like fucking Gollum.
Oh, it's
and like
creepy.
It's really creepy, but I really like the shot.
Yeah.
Like it's really I think it really shows like where he's at that point in the film before people come up and try and take his money.
That's properly terrifying, isn't it? Anyway, so yeah, he's living up there. The yard nuts, the gangsters, get into the flat, and Alex immediately is like, "It's in the loft, it's in the loft, it's in the loft," and he gets smacked with a crowbar. anyway.
Yeah, once on each shin.
That was horrible, wouldn't it? You just know how much that would hurt. So then they go up into the attic, and David just fucking launches at them and kills them both. And he goes back to the woods and starts cutting up bodies again.
Well, I think the weirdest bit for that is that. So the two tied up downstairs is just like they hear a thump, and it's just like, well, I guess that's David dead. And then like 5 minutes later, it's just like, here are the bodies.
They come flying down the ladder, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That is funny. I'd forgotten about that. Actually, it did make me laugh.
It's just like the look on like Alex's face. He's just like, the fuck. And then they drive out to the woods, and like Juliet and Alex look quite uncomfortable in that little van. Considering this time it's not really them pushing for it.
Yeah. So yeah, then the detectives are they get ever close. They come in for a couple of interviews, don't they? They come and speak to him again, don't they? Is that right? I remember that right, or have I got it mixed up?
They come in for a couple of minutes, but after Alex gets called out to like report on the crime scene.
Yeah, that's it. Because they dug a shallow grave. The bodies are discovered, and that's when critically, Alex brings back all the newspapers which say triple murder body found or something like that, isn't it? Triple homicide, burial ground, or something like that.
Yeah. They were like, oh, we found one. We dug a little deeper. And we found another two. It was like a bonus.
You see that? See that, Jimmy? You work hard, you get reward. So yeah, the police are sort of getting ever closer with their investigation, and Juliet and David. There's that really weird bit of like she starts like seducing and stuff, and then there's a really odd scene where Alex comes back from the investigation and
they just fucking sat. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like almost the same. It's the same position as they were sat in. No, because they were on the other sofa when they were interviewing candidates. That's where the candidates were sitting. But it's like that same sort of setup of like, come sit down. Nothing bad's going to happen to you. Don't win, you'll have a drug overdose, and we'll steal all your money.
That was creepy. That bit properly shut. Oh god, this is gonna end well.
Yeah, what's weird is that I think over the whole film, because like the second set of murders happens like halfway through the film, and so I think at that point you're expecting like, oh, there's going to be some fucking body count in this film, but there really isn't. It then just sort of goes, but remember how they were friends at the beginning? Not anymore.
So yeah, the middle of the night, Alex realizing that he's fucked. He tries to phone the detective, but David, on the same night, plans to fuck off with the money.
Almost exactly the same time. It's like this was planned for a film.
Yeah. And is it that then when the
that's when the
ticket
fight
comes out?
Yeah, because David's angry about it.
Yeah, he's not too happy about that.
And then because she's
for some reason covers for him. I bought it. I bought the ticket. I was planning to fuck off. It wasn't her. Like in an attempt to save her, I guess, because he knows David had gone full psycho at this point.
Yeah. And then
he drilled his head at this point as well, hadn't he?
Yeah, that was. I think so much of like how good this film is comes from Chris Frackleton's slow descent into madness.
Yeah, and boy does he go mad.
Yeah, and like it's just, it's really weird because it's a really, like I thought it was a really good portrayal of someone just sort of almost snapping, and then
but
just
really gradually,
and then really
more of a break, like a slow severance.
Yeah, and then because he basically just retreats. He's like, "Well, I'm an attic man now.
I live here now."
But then as soon as like the second murder's happened, he's like, oh fuck, I don't need to hide. I can do whatever I want and get away with it.
He is creepy as fuck. He's terrible.
Like, his story, it defines where the acts start and end in the film, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Because, like, he's essentially 3 different characters throughout the film. Because he's... I'd say normal, but he's an accountant. He's one guy in the first act, and then he's... You'll never find me, I've got the best hiding place in the second act. And then in the third act, he's like, well, what are you going to do? I've got a drill and a hammer. I think those are psychological terms.
I think it is. I think Freud came up with that sort of thing.
Yeah. And
then
then
they start having a fight because they're like, oh shit, it's all going off. So Juliet gets punched in the face.
And then Alex is like, you shouldn't have hit her.
Yeah.
And like Rugby tackles him like he's Boris Johnson. He's just seen a kid.
Or a kidnap. The fight sort of progresses to the kitchen, and he gets him on the table.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen a lot of fights in films, and they always end up in the kitchen because that's where the knives are.
Stuff is. So yeah, and Alex gets stabbed through the shoulder, and he pinned to the floor with this kitchen knife. And you think, oh no, he's going to die. Alex is going to die.
Yeah, but then you remember they didn't cast Sean Bean, so he's probably going to be fine.
So Juliet comes to the rescue and stabs David right through the throat. He's like, he drops down. He's well dead. Drops down well dead. And Alex is like, oh my god, thank goodness you did that.
Like the look of hope in his eyes of just like, thank you.
Horrible, isn't it?
And then that realization of like,
oh,
she
shit.
wants the money.
So she reaches for the knife in Alex's shoulder, and you think, oh, good, she's gonna pull it out. Nope. Pops it back in.
Well, she's like, she like wiggles it a little bit, and then I can just hammer it in. And then he passes out, and she runs away with the money.
Oh,
wow! She runs away with a suitcase
full of newspaper cuttings.
Full of newspaper cuttings about the crime that they committed. Well, they only committed 1/3. I mean, actually, I suppose disposing of the body is probably a crime.
Yeah, but Alex pretty much pins it all on the two of them, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, she goes and gets on her plane, and
well, she tries to, didn't she? I thought because she was that whole scene when she's at the airport at the desk, she's like, because she knows she's got no money. I thought she was sort of like bargaining, trying to just try.
Oh no, I thought she just went to get her plane, realizing that she'd been squarely beaten, and then yeah, like Alex does the full. I am Ewan McGregor. This is a Danny Boyle film. Of course, I got the fucking money.
I've probably run off with the money. So yeah, it's buried under the floorboard. So previously he'd gone up to where David was keeping it.
Because he has a nightmare. Like
I don't think that's a nightmare, because there's a sequence in there where he reaches for the money in the toilet system, and I thought what he'd done was just open the bag and let all the money rot, like let the water seep in. So the whole way through I was like, yeah, there's no money there because he's fucked up. I didn't realise he kept it.
No, because I thought because he had a nightmare about being under the floorboards, and someone was cutting them through them with a saw, and then it was the guys that they had murdered.
Oh god, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, no, yeah.
So I think he was having nightmares about people finding the money.
Yeah.
More than like getting away with it.
Oh, it's a good film. I liked it.
It was really good.
The dialogue is very strange, like very, very strange. But other than that, I thought it was great. I really liked it. I'm really glad I've seen it now as well, because it's been on my list for a long time. So
yeah, well, that's what this podcast is for. It's for enabling you.
What, to fulfil my film checklist?
Shit, I didn't even realise this is Ewan McGregor's like first major film role.
Yeah. He did prove himself with this. And then following up with Trainspotting. They're very similar. Like, you could do a double bill of Trainspotting and Shallow Grave, and it would very much feel like, this is definitely the same people making this.
Yeah, I mean, they feel quite similar. And they're both set in Edinburgh.
Yeah. So I wonder how old he was when he made Shallow Grave. I can't be asked to work it out.
Oh, it's 1994, so he'd been like 26 or something? Around there?
26? Really?
Well, he's born in 71.
Okay. Yeah,
23, 24?
He's done some stuff, hasn't he? He has done some films. Like, a lot of duffers, but...
No, don't you talk about Stormbreaker like that.
Oh my god, I forgot he was in that.
I mean, not for long. He was in it for less than Mickey Rourke was.
Oh, I once heard an interview with Anthony Horowitz, and I think it was for Stormbreaker. I think it was on the Five Live Film Show, because I went back and listened to all of them. And the last question that Simon May asked him, he was like, right, so just quickly before we end, nice simple one to end on, how was working with Mickey Rourke? And the Horowitz went, I think that's all we've got time for, I've got to go somewhere. So apparently, Mickey Rourke, not the easiest chap to work with.
I imagine that's why he's not in many films.
Yeah. He's not in 2004, 2005? Is that when Stormbreaker came out? I don't know.
Oh, somewhere around there.
They're doing a TV show about it right now, aren't they?
Oh, really? They're doing Dark Materials as well. I'm really excited for that. That looks too good.
Those are books that I've had on in various different copies, and I was on my Kindle currently, and I've just not got around to reading them. So.
Oh, they're really good. Read them in the right order. It makes a lot more sense.
Oh, okay. What did you start with?
The third one.
Oh,
and then I read the second one.
I did that with the Darren Shan books. There's 12 of them, and I've started with book 12. So it didn't make a lot of sense to me. I still liked it. Then I went back and read it. So.
Yeah, but I think...
Shadow's really good.
Yeah, I thoroughly recommend it. Just leave it long enough to have forgotten everything we said about it, including how it ends.
That is the downside. I think you have to assume that, if you're coming and listening to this, you've got to assume you've seen it, or you don't care about spoilers.
I mean, I think we skim over a lot.
Yeah.
We just make sure to really nail down what the end is. Like the way that Juliet nailed him to the floor with a knife.
I like that. Very good. I think we should end on that very strong pun. That's very, very good. What is coming up next for?
Oh, well,
go on.
For co-pilots, it's Superboy and The Flash. We're talking early 90s and late 80s TV shows.
And bloody hell does it show.
I don't know what you mean.
Actually, the next co-director is connected to Danny Boyle. Alex Garland, who has worked with Danny Boyle on several things, including
Ex Machina.
28 Days Later. Ex Machina. It's
Ex Machina.
It is really. I think you're really going to like it. I loved it. It's got your mate Donal in it, your friend of mine, Oscar Isaac, off of Star Wars, and Alicia Vikander, off of Tomb Raider and other stuff.
Ah, as long as they're all people I recognise, I like it.
It's really good. I'm going to need to rewatch it because I watched it pretty much the year it came out, actually, I think. But I loved it, and I got it for my dad for his birthday, actually. So yeah, it's really, really, really good.
Did he love it? Because I care more about his opinion than yours.
I don't know if he ever got around to watching it. So.
Oh well, fuck.
God, we're getting through them, aren't we? We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more of these. Bloody hell.
I have to talk to you 7 more times at least.
That's only one show. We do 2 shows.
That's why I said at least. Because I know there's twice that. And then when I see you in real life.
Fuck you.
Nothing fills me with fear more than seeing you in real life.
And on that...
And on that bombshell, we're not actually friends.